What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Life is Cooler with AC. I'm your host, Alex Cunningham. Today, one of my favorite comedians. You never know what the fuck's going to happen with this guy. He's a loose cannon, so I'm actually a little nervous to see what happens. This is a very good friend of mine, D1. What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
Wow, that was the calmest answer I've ever heard in my life. What is going on?
A whole lot of nothing, just being black.
That's what I usually get. And it puts me in a weird situation because I'm like, that sucks. Like, sorry.
It's all right. Listen, as long as you the same color you are when you woke up, you know you good. When you start changing colors, that's when the problem occurs, and you need to seek immediate medical attention.
That's what happened to Michael Jackson. He's like, I don't know what the fuck to do. So if you notice our On God sign right here, D1 just made this for me because we're going to get into it right away. So we were just at a funeral. A very good friend of ours, Connor King, just passed away. And the preacher, the pastor, whatever, which one was it?
The one who was officiating the service?
Yeah, was he a pastor, preacher? I don't know the difference.
Yeah, I guess he was a preacher.
Okay, so he kept saying, say amen, and everyone in the place kept saying amen, except for one corner. We kept hearing, on God. And we knew that was D1.
Yeah, I felt like, you know what, me and him had the same birthday. I was just like, okay, you know what, I could have turned around and did this. He talking about he used to do dopest. I did too. You didn't even know this man talking about he up in heaven right now. Really? Right. If you knew Connor, you already knew that, you know, he didn't believe God was real. And if he did, he would have let him wear skinny jeans.
Yeah. It's so funny because he kept saying, like, before Christ, I would do this, and then he started saying BC, and then I was like, wait, are you saying before Christ or like before crack? Like, I'm so lost in what you're talking about right now. But so, you know how we always bring you a new alcohol every episode. So we've got this new Revolver Brewing. It's a Texas Ale, Blood and Honey. It is out of, made in Granbury, Texas. So it's another Texas one. D1 is, I'm surprised you don't have something Texas on right now. Show him your chest. There it is. This motherfucker lives and breathes Texas. Where are you from, D1?
Chicago. I got here as fast as I could, though, man.
No, when I first met this son of a bitch, he was like, he had Texas shirt on, Texas hat on, Texas socks on, Texas shoes on, and I think you were wearing like pajama bottoms or something that had like Texas on them, and it was like everything was Texas.
Oh, my socks.
No, it was everything. You had a hat. You had gloves.
Yeah, I got hat, gloves, socks. I ain't got no Texas shorts.
It was something. I don't know. Maybe he was just wearing a Texas flag as a fucking towel. Who knows? But I was like, oh, you from Texas? He's like, nah, I'm from Chicago. Like, what the and then he pulls his shirt up, and I'm like, fuck. Like, loud and proud, love Texas, I guess.
You know, except for when I get on stage, sometimes Alex is in the audience and I got all my Texas stuff on. I tell everybody, I'm from Terre Haute, Indiana.
Right? Yeah, he fucking does, too. And it's so funny. We did a show not too long ago, and somebody was like, oh, you're from Terre Haute? I'm from Fort Wayne. Or Gary. He was like, I'm from Gary. And D1 was just like, I'm not really I'm from Chicago. And the guy was like, oh, I'm from Chicago, too. It's like, well, you just said that you're from Gary, Indiana. Like, that was so confusing.
I guarantee that guy don't know who his daddy is.
Yeah, if you're from either one of those places. Let's try this beer. Let's see what the fuss is about. I keep seeing this Blood and Honey, and I was like,
Blood and Honey. I like honey. You know, I don't.
You
really
used to be a Blood.
No, I ain't never been in no gang. I ain't never joined no gang. Okay, I joined the comedy group one time. EOA. That was about it.
What does EOA stand for?
Oh shit! Energy Overall.
Oh, okay.
Philly and LaDon.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Me, Philly, LaDon, Diesel.
How is it? Oh, that's not bad. It's kind of thick.
It's good. It's a revolver. That means you keep the evidence with you.
So,
6 shots.
6 shots. So, well, that's why I brought a couple up here, because I was like, I don't know, is it a little pea shooter? Well, it's actually 7%, so like it actually might fuck you up pretty good.
That's a long barrel revolver too.
Fuck yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like the Old West.
Yeah, that's one of them kickbacks. These kids today don't know about that.
Yeah, I know. That motherfucker's huge. But so D1, you said this is your first podcast. How is that? How is this your first fucking podcast?
Well, technically, it's the first podcast that Yeah, I've been invited to. Like, when I was in jail, they call them pods too. I was on the podcast in there. Like I said, why don't they have a podcast from jail? Like, like.
Yeah, because you have webcams and stuff in jail now, right?
Yeah, when they do video visits or whatever, when the pandemic was going on, I was learning all this. I hadn't been to jail in 20 years.
Right.
I was like, this is shocking. They used to come around, put the hand on the glass.
New.
I'll see you later. I see now it's like a little video screen pop up. You got to sit there. Like, hello? Oh, okay, there it is. Hey, that's how you know people really want to talk to you. They pay.
Oh, they pay?
Yeah, people have to pay.
Okay. I didn't know.
You know that. Like,
I thought it was just like Skype. Like you get like an allowance.
No.
Dang.
Yeah, they charge you. So you got to turn around and pay and set it up and everything.
Wow.
It's like, okay, well, that's interesting enough. What if you broke? You just ain't seen nobody. You better write a letter.
It's real lonely. Yeah. Is it like, does it cost more to write a letter or to Skype in jail now?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
He said, I can never afford either one.
No, I mean, like, I had money on my books, Like, I did a whole open mic from jail.
Oh, yeah, that's how you started comedy, right?
No, I didn't start comedy.
Oh, okay. I thought that's how you started comedy.
That's how much I love comedy.
Yeah.
Real talk.
They were like, hey, somebody pay for this because this dude's funny as fuck, but he's kind of locked up right now.
No, actually what happened was I was like, you know what? This is getting aggravating. I don't deserve to be here. Watch this. It's okay.
I had Philly on here. You guys remember Philly. So Philly was my, I think, third guest and my first black dude on here. And then since then,
he probably was like, hold on. What's up, girl? How you doing?
Yeah, he did. I think he took like 3 phone calls.
Yeah, I was like, Philly, that's my dude too, man. He's part of the EOA.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, I got commitment issues,
Right.
That's why you got to worry about me killing myself. I can't commit to no woman. I sure in the hell ain't going to commit to death, okay?
It's that follow through.
I joined one gang one time, and that was EOA, Energy Overall.
So, well, it's funny, though, that you say that because I feel like, which I've talked to so many people, like in the comedy group or whatever, like kind of this market, and everybody's like, man, D1 is probably the funniest fucker like in Central Texas, maybe all of Texas, like combined.
I heard that several times and stuff, like, and everybody will say that to me, and I feel like, okay, that's cool, but I don't agree. Like, I feel like I'm just me. Like, this is just me.
Right,
all
yeah.
the time, you know what I'm saying? They're just like, man, you funny, this and that. Well, why the fuck I ain't been booked then?
Right.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. They get real quiet.
Well, don't you have a contract with the county? Fuck you.
You're not allowed to leave.
Nah, shit, yeah, me fucked up. They were like, you got the right talking about your premise. I said I can go any premise that I want to, okay? I ain't got no restraining order.
Man, we've had you on a couple shows, and it's always so fun. That one that we did with Connor over there at the Spot, the same place that you guys are putting together the memorial show, and that was such a fun fucking show. Connor, he said that was his first 20-minute spot, and he hosted it, and
yeah. I appreciate that. It happens to be like that's what you got to be at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
I see you a couple shows that was like, Domingo might not make it. Let me know.
Yeah,
and I'll pull up on you. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
It work out perfect. Like,
yeah,
cool. Yeah,
and then you showed up with Connor, and that honestly was such a fun show, and like all the people there just like. I think it was a good show from start to finish, but like I think you and Connor were fan favorites, and like it was really neat because I think that was the first show that I had seen you on, like I see you at Mike's, but
right.
Like they're different.
Yeah, like it's the difference between getting 5 minutes and then like, you know what? Okay, then you got like 15, 20 minutes. You can see like it's a different level of people like
right.
Everybody's, why are you always moving like that? I feel like I'm always moving like that because I hate to sit still. I have to stay busy.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so I feel like all the time it's a fight for me. Like I feel like I'm one of them characters in the video game. Like you're low, like which character you're gonna pick. And if I'm always moving, you're like, shit, let me see. Right there, it's always on go.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, okay, so when you get the opportunity to show somebody that maybe he ain't just tripping.
Right.
It's it's a method to the madness.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I learned that very quick with you because like it's funny, like your style. You're very quick and very off the wall. It's very like. Is he going that direction? That direction? Fuck, we don't even know. I think he's already 3 blocks away. Like you have no fucking idea. But if you just like sit down and like listen, like it's so fucking funny. Like, and we just did that writing session the other day, and like the new jokes that you're working on, like I didn't even know that you had a pen. So like,
I always got a pen.
Yeah. So to know that you write shit down like that, I was just like, wow, this is awesome.
I mean, like and actually, to be honest with you, I started writing more when I went to jail because. You
got a lot of time.
For one, and then for another, it's like okay, writing sometimes it forces you to think.
Yeah.
And go go straight, and so for me, like having the pen with me is always good because sometimes you don't have your phone turn around and be like, oh, what's your email? You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So I'll write it down. You always can ask somebody at the bar, piece of paper, napkin, something. Let me write that down. So a pen for me all the time is like you never know. Plus, if you have to, a pen is a weapon. You can always
you can stab a son of a bitch in the throat.
Put your sign it in blood. Here's the ink.
Say it with your chest. So the first time not the first time, but me and D1 used to do a mic together quite a bit. You remember Brotherhood before it shut down?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had no idea who you were. This place was very, very, they had security outside that would pat you down and make sure that you didn't have any guns or anything. And I'm the only white person in the entire club. And D1 comes in and hands me a fucking gun. You remember that? He said,
yeah.
let me think back.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, he said, hey, hold this real quick. And I said, what? No, absolutely not. I'm the only white person here. I am not going to be fucking holding a gun in the air.
You're the safest one with the gun. It's not real anyway. It's for demonstrational purposes only.
He has to say that legally. But it was so funny. I mean, it wasn't funny at the time because I had no idea who you were. I was just like, what the fuck is happening right now? And then I think the following week is when we hosted that mic together.
No, it was like a couple of weeks after that. I see you a couple of times. And
okay.
Like, I was just starting to come back around with the comedy deal because I had kind of took off, for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, man, I wasn't really, like I love my comedy, but I wasn't in the position. I was like, man. And then me and Chris started coming to pick me up a little bit more. So I was like,
right.
Who is the nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like last time we had a white guy come around like that. He got sex trafficked by Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Jason Ball.
Wow. Well, that's good to know.
No, he didn't get sex trafficked. He just looked like her, though.
He just looks like her.
And I was just like, oh, everybody's like, he's cool. I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'll give everybody, their fair deal. Like,
yeah.
Let's check it out. Then after I seen you at Corky's one day and you did the joke about the oranges, I was just like, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, something ain't right with him either. He saw the fuck off like me, too. You a midget like me. That's a big-ass midget. So.
Yeah, no, and I think you said that to me one of the first times. And, like, it's funny. Because you go through comedy and through life really, and you meet so many different people and you don't know how they're going to respond and like how well you're gonna get along. Right. You just twist it back. Yeah, there you go. And I definitely did not think that we would hit it off so well, But it's funny because like when we hosted that mic together, you were like so just off the fucking wall.
Actually, that night we had hosted that mic, I was Man, I was pretty excited because, I didn't know that was going to be the last show we were doing there.
Right, I know.
And for another, I was just like, I had went and I had got all champion everything. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, I'm going to get on here and I got this one joke I had wanted to do and the song I was going to come out to with the whole outfit. And then I was like, oh, me and Alice going to host the mic together? That's cool. And I was like, you ever been Black Daddy? I say so. I mean, like it is right how people you're not sure how people gonna hit it off with everything.
Right?
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, like I tell people a lot of times, you don't judge a book by its cover.
For sure.
Okay, because sometimes they put them in the wrong covers anyway.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine, Connor. Actually, he went to jail for book or library fine.
Oh yeah.
That's how he started. I mean, real talk. Reading is not fundamental.
Right.
That's criminal.
It's criminal.
That's why we don't read nothing but menus and bitches' bios.
Man, it's so unfortunately, it's really frustrating because I wanted to have Connor on here so bad, and I talked about it like not this past week, but you know the week prior, and I was like, I really need to have Connor on here, but like timing didn't work out, and then he passed away, and it really sucks because I think everybody here would really enjoy Connor, but like the amount of stories that we have, like and his jokes and everything that are just like timeless, that it's gonna be so neat.
I got the joke book inside my bag right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
And
like,
so me and him were actually we had talked after the last show and I was just like, you know what, dude, I'm gonna end up clearing out the room at my house, and we had talked about doing the podcast at my house.
Okay.
And I was like, man, I got this chair in my living room. It just spins in a circle. It's a big old, it's cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, can I sit in that chair? And I was just like, you can sit in that chair and we can spin around. You know what I'm saying? And I call it the round table, and I ain't even got no table.
That's awesome. No, Connor was such a fun guy, and it was always a blast, and like it's neat because these guys, and I hope that you do. I hope that you go and look up Connor King. He's on YouTube, and he was on Instagram at KCTOO, right?
Yeah.
Or CKTOO.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah. Connor King the second. Either I'll put his stuff down
here.
He
had Connor King the first, Connor King the second.
he had the Coca-Cola King. He had fucking everything.
But it was a method to that. Like everybody, his real name is Nelson West. They were like, "What's up with the Connor King?" And I was just like, to be honest, I've been knowing the dude forever. You know what I'm saying? Like when the preacher was talking about that, I knew both of them. Okay,
I knew.
The Connor King came from because one of his favorite movies is The Kingsman.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The English people, you know what I'm saying? And the old dude, what's his name? Connor Thorne?
Sean Connery?
There you go.
Uh-huh.
So he took the Connor from there and then the King for the Kingsman. And
gotcha.
I was just like, okay, that's definitely going to distinguish you from everybody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we found out there's a white guy named Connor.
Oh, yeah, Connor, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And I was just like, there's a light-skinned dude, way skinnier than you, and he has to go. That's why he had to be the second.
Okay. Yeah, that makes, well, it pissed me off one time because I bought one of his shirts, and he said, yeah, send it to me on Cash App. And I was like, all right, cool. What's your, is it Connor King? And he gave me that look, and he's like, it's actually under Nelson West. And I was like, who the fuck is that? And he's like, that's my real name. He's like, but I'm Connor King the second. And I'm like, all right, why? And that motherfucker never gave me an explanation. Like every time I talked to him, I got more confused.
So, that's why I let it be known to people. That was my dude. I feel like I know I'm gonna miss him. I know for a fact that things happen for a reason, and we set things in motion. And you just got to go with it. Like one of the last things we talked about, I'm getting chill bumps talking about it. Was us doing the podcast and stuff, and nobody's ever actually, like, hey, you want to come get on the podcast? And I was like, cool. I mean, nobody's ever. Everybody say, oh yeah, we'll have you on, and they're like, no,
right.
You know what? Actually, if you get to know me, I'm really not that bad.
Yeah, no, you're a fun guy.
I'm like, shit. Actually, my name is whiter than a whole lot of most people. My real name is Courtney Whitsell. And I'm like, I bet, man, I'm telling you, when you walk in some place and be like, I bet you my name whiter than yours. People will put money up. I'm like, there's no way. Because they think of my name like Tyrone, something like that. No, don't judge a book by its cover. I'm telling you.
Exactly.
And then my last name is just like, guarantee anywhere I go in the United States, there's only one, or there's no Whitsells at all.
Yeah. Let alone a black man named Courtney.
Right. My mama fault. She could have really named me Corey, but she was mad because I broke her pelvis when I was born.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like 10 pounds or something.
Dang.
Yeah, then you get this short fuck.
That's what I was gonna say. Connor was a preemie and came out tiny as fuck, and then he was larger than life.
You never know.
And you never know.
When you see this mom, right? Female version of
he is. Version. Yeah. Yep.
She's actually on when we do his other show up there. She's actually gonna do a set.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I talked to her after the funeral. I was like, I got an idea.
Yeah, that'd be
And she
great.
was just like,
I hope she roasts the fuck out of him, like real personal shit.
No, like when I the other day I was, like I took certain people to meet his mom, and when me and Chris went there to meet his mom, and when Diesel went in there to meet his mom, and Pat, he had to joke about being locked in the car with his mom. And so she said, "Oh, that stuff ain't true, but I did use the boost." It was just like, I'm telling you guys, it's real stuff.
Yeah, no, it's funny because I actually, after Connor passed away, I wrote a friend of mine that actually went to the show that Connor had in Killeen that I was on, and that he hosted, and then the same friend was also at my show that we did in Killeen that Connor hosted, so he knew Connor, and just through comedy, and I was like, yeah, my friend passed away, and he's like, the one that talked about the penny and the Mustang? And I was like, that's the one. And he was like, and for real, he was like, that story confuses me. And I was like, why is that? He's like, because I don't get it. And white guy, nerdy guy, and I was like, he was locked in a Mustang while his mom was inside stealing shit from Walmart. And she said, focus on this penny and you can move it with your mind. You just got to try really hard. And he's like, that's a true fucking story? And I was like, yes. And he fucking lost it. And it's like, people don't realize that, like, this stuff comes from a real place. We don't just make this shit up.
It's like he finesse it some, like,
Of course.
That's why these people nowadays, I don't see how these kids be dying and they get locked in the car. I got locked in several cars. Don't you move. I'll be right back. Be in there sweating and everything.
So maybe I'm the weird one, but whenever I was a kid and like I was, like left in a car, when either one of my parents would go inside, I would always like pull the mirror down, and like try and see how much I could make myself sweat, like okay, maybe I'm the weird one.
I was really like, you know what? My dad used to leave me outside the house, outside the crack house. I'll be right back. I was like, you know what? After this should go out, I'm going to go in here and knock on the door. Excuse me, it's Kevin in here. They'd be like, oh, what's your name? Courtney. I thought you were going to get out the car. It's been 2 hours. Where's my Voltron?
Where's my Voltron? I smoked it away, Courtney. Go back to the car, boy.
That's for shit. Kids at the crack house are the worst. They'll let you know, hey, that's mine. It was yours. Your daddy sold it to my mama's boyfriend for crack.
For crack.
Hey, that's the wall. That's the picture from the house, too. Okay, well, you know what? You can have it. I broke the leg and left it there.
It's so funny, like, hearing you talk about, like, the experiences that you have, like, growing up, with your dad, because I have very, like, not the same, but similar stories, like with my aunt and my mom, and it's like, you would like have certain people that would come over and it'd be like, oh, well, that's mine now. And it's like, wait a minute, like my Aunt Carrie, she, at one point, it was like, I don't know, a fucking Nintendo 64 or something like that, and it was around Christmas time, and rather than like bringing us gifts, she was like the anti Santa Claus, and she stole everything and just went and bought meth. Like, it's so sad, but like that shit is real.
Like the Grinch.
Exactly, the Grinch that smoked Christmas.
Hey, what's wrong with you? It's the addiction.
It's
Well, you know what? Leave it outside. Man, come on.
This is the holidays, bitch. What are you doing?
I've had that happen though. My brother did that to my kids. Like,
you have kids? Oh yeah, you've got kids. We talked about your kids.
I got 5 of them.
Jesus.
Was a Puerto Rican. I got 5 kids.
That's crazy.
24 to 8.
24 to 8. That's a huge gap.
I know. The oldest and the youngest got the same mom, and the 3 in the middle got the same mom. So, the oldest and the youngest are my zebra babies. Their mom's white. So, like,
that's probably her calling me right now.
No, I ain't giving them my number yet.
I'm honestly surprised that you have a cell phone. I thought all you had was that tablet.
Okay, so, I have not had a phone in a good minute. Because when you try to do the right thing and have somebody go fix it and then they break it. I mean, shit. Hell, I'm trying to get it in, you know. I'm struggling. And so, like, the other day I was like, man, listen, I got to have a phone. I got to get me something after the funeral. Kind of like trying to communicate with everybody.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I can't even get one of the Obama phones. I like everything lapsed. Like, man, I ain't really renewing my food stamps.
Is it?
Can't get it on free food stamp phone, man. Come on now. So I was just like, man, I ended up turning around and was like, man, listen. I just got a phone, like maybe 2 hours ago.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, because I know when I was like trying to message you to like figure this out, I was like, I wrote Chris, and he's like, yeah, his Wi-Fi is kind of spotty. He'll get back to you in like an hour. I'm like, okay, that sounds about like D1.
I'm like, you know, most of the time it's kind of like, well, if I had a landline phone, it'd be cool because you just call me when I'm at the house.
Right? Yeah,
you
exactly.
Know, if not, then you know I got to go to McDonald's to use the Wi-Fi. My neighbors, they be tripping sometimes. Like, you know, luckily the other day I went over there, fixed some stuff for them. Like the Wi-Fi out. And then she was just like, I don't know what's wrong with it. Then I went back over there to go fix some more stuff. And every time I go over there, I just take less and less clothes on. Then all of a sudden, I got the password.
See, that is being resourceful.
Right.
You know, you got to know where you can get the things that you need.
You got to use what you got to get that money. I used to be fat, like, you know, with titties and everything. It used to work. Look, I can let you borrow a bra. Now I just went down a couple of cup sizes, like. So.
You like what you see. What's that password, girl?
And then I turn around, you know, people still tend to, like, you know what, I'm learning, and I'm going to make this work more now, you know, especially after the other day. And I went over there, I was like, help me get my stuff from my pastor uniform. All of a sudden, she went, oh, yeah. And I got the password and this and that. And then actually, how I got the phone is I was like $25 short. And I was saying something, and she, next thing, Dewayne, that's for fixing this stuff. I'm like, you sure? Uh-huh. On God. Thank you very much.
On
yeah.
God.
I'm not your God like G-O-D, but my God, G-A-W-D. That's where you give all without doubt. And she did, without doubt. She gave. You got a blessing.
I've heard you say on God for so long. I never knew that it was a fucking acronym.
Yeah, I say it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell people, on God, not G-O-D, because I almost got jumped by some church ladies one time when I first started doing the whole pastor deal. Yeah. They ran up on me, you don't talk about God like that. Disrespecting the Lord. And I was just like, what? I don't mean, no, it ain't funny. And I was just like, okay, I tell you what. So I'm going to turn around. This is where you sit down and you're like, okay, regroup. Now, and the whole writing deal. And I'm sitting down. I was just like, man, I wasn't in jail. I was sitting in a friend of mine's garage, and I was standing over there. I was just like, okay, I don't spell dog the same way everybody else do.
Right.
You know? God, dog, same.
Right.
I'm going to make it work. So now, what can I say? What can I say? Oh, give all without doubt or willing donation. Either way it goes.
Willing donation.
So now I turn around. That same lady, she see me at some of these shows, and she be, that's what I'm talking about too. Now, don't run up on me like that no more, because, you know, I'm talking about this. We all about profits at my church.
We're all about profits.
Yeah, we don't do no false profits. All of our profits is real. Like, oh, dude, you met the other day, I was telling you, I sent you the picture of, like, when I started doing that deal, he turned around like, you know what, hold up. He been doing this. I put a lot of thought into it. You know? And then, it's this dude, he really showed up with the deal like me and everything. And I was just like, okay.
Is he a comedian?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Devilish D, he's a comedian.
I mean, that's the big tall dude?
The big tall light skinned dude.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a comedian. And
okay.
Yeah, I mean, we used to do work back in the day. Like, you know, he's one of the reasons, like, y'all used to see me with gloves on all the time. Like, me and him, when we first met, I kind of had this joke. And, start off like that, I'll turn around and put the gloves on and be like, nah, I can't touch nothing after him without these gloves on, you know.
So that was at the funeral, and I kind of want to jump back to that. You you went up there from the fucking start. And so we're just gonna backtrack a little bit. We have another funny comedian. His name's Diesel Greasel, and he went up and said a couple words at Connor's funeral, and they were very heartfelt. They were, like, and he was like, "I never knew Nelson. I knew Connor King," and he, he talked about Connor, and it was very sweet. D1 goes up there, and he's like, "I knew them both. I knew Connor and Nelson." And then you did like 3 minutes worth of it was good, because you were talking about Connor, but like you still made it funny. And then like I fucking lost it at the end when you said spread it like seeds, not STD.
Straight up. Because
I was like, no fucking way.
Because some people just out here spreading STDs. Don't sit up there and clap for him. He already got the clap. He's bitch over here giving applause. Standing ovation.
On God.
Not on my God. You need to seek religious God.
You need some real help.
Yeah, a gynecologist with the degree. For real.
No, but how was that? Because like you said, you performed from jail. Now you performed at your friend's funeral. Like, you've done comedy fucking everywhere.
Comedy is my life, dude. I'm telling you, like, comedy saved my life. Like I don't talk about everything, but I mean, I laugh so much now because I've been in places where shit wasn't funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I've done things that's just like, man, no, never again. I'd rather turn around. Like I said, man, before we smoked cigarettes, we used to smoke niggas,
Right.
And so, y'all better be.
Not me.
You don't smoke at all.
Right,
I'm
yeah.
just saying, nicotine, niggas, same.
It's all the same.
Okay, dip, however you want to do it. Okay, spit, skull, all that stuff. I say, so that's why, like, comedy for me has really changed my life, because twice I was really in the dark place and I was about to blow my head off.
Yeah.
And my phone rang. Hey, can you come host Cup of Joe's? And I was just like, yeah, I'll be there in a little bit. Say this bullets for later.
Is it?
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
That's crazy.
What are the odds? And I feel like, you know what? This got to be the purpose. This got to be my purpose for life. Because, like, I was going to jump off of a bridge one day, and Philly called me, man, what's up? Where you been at? What you been doing? I said, I was about to jump off this bridge, but I'm going to go get my hair cut first. And he said, who the fuck got the 3 o'clock suicide? 1:30 barber's appointment. Well, listen, I don't want to look like I just look shit. At least they're going to be like, God damn, he jumped. My boy had a fresh lineup, though. My hairline receding, but at least he look clean.
At least it looks good.
He don't look like he want to die. So, like, at least let me look good. I don't think I'm ugly, but shit. At least let my hair look good. Like, look at that. Did he brush your head?
That's what's so awesome about comedy, though, because like, that is true. Comedy saves lives, 100% all the time. And like, I've had people talk to, like, seeing my stand up and stuff, and like, I talk about my parents killing themselves all the time, and people are like, man, I just want you to know that your comedy got me through a really dark place. And it's like, that's crazy, like, obviously that is what we want to do. That we want to help people. That we don't get in this, like, if you're in this for your own personal gain, you're not doing it for the right reasons, but like, for helping people and knowing that you're truly helping people, and sometimes that people is you know what I mean? So like, it's really neat to see, like, firsthand, like, that really does happen.
And like I say, it's a method to the madness. I see people sometimes, like when Connor first started, I was just like, dude, man, listen, don't judge people, because you never know what somebody's going through.
Right.
But if you on that stage, they didn't come to see you cry or whatever you're going through. They came to make you laugh. Me and Chris have turned around and been at a place where it's just me and him. Yeah. And we had one dude in there, and we started talking, and this dude was really about to go home and kill himself, because he said his girlfriend had cheated on him. And I was like, man, listen, we got to talking. When it was all said and done, he stayed for the whole comedy show. He didn't go kill himself. He got another cup of coffee, and he said, thank you. And I said, man, no problem. Because I'm just saying, it ain't worth it. I mean, I done turned around. I've been cheated on. I done walked in on it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really? Yeah.
I'm not, come on now. I want to live.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Come on now. Just listen. It ain't worth it.
No,
At the end of the day, it's like, okay, let's think about this. Laugh or to turn around and do this. I'm scared of the failure aspect of it. Like, I go to attempt to kill myself and I don't. Now I'm just fucked up. Now I just sit up there the whole time, can't talk. Wishing.
Just wishing it worked.
Damn.
And now it's even more funny, but it's not funny all at the same time. But you can't even laugh about it.
It's just like, nah, I don't even attempt it. Like, you know what? Nah.
Yeah.
Because I also got to think, like, you know, if you do it like that, somebody going to say something along the lines. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they're going to judge you.
Uh-huh.
Well, okay, he blew his brains out. Well, all over the wall. I just cleaned it. Now you got to clean it. Somebody going to be upset.
This piece of shit.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be judgmental. He at least could have did it like this.
Right.
Gotta clean this shit up.
Just pissed off the whole time.
Or he turn around.
This selfish motherfucker.
He turn around, takes a bunch of pills, and they be like, oh, well, you can at least do the bottle away. Come on now.
Come on now.
Oh, shit, I need 2 of them. My back hurt.
He couldn't even leave me one of those.
Selfish motherfucker.
This piece of shit. No, and like it's funny though that you say that, because like especially when it comes to suicide, people always, you know, are like, oh, that's selfish, that's this, that's that, you know, and like there's so many different angles of suicide, you know, like both my parents killed themselves, so like I have these thoughts all the time, you know, and if you're somebody who has contemplated it, I'm sure you've had a lot of these thoughts, you know, over and over, and like while yes, there is a selfish tinge to it, like that's not what you're thinking about, you know, like in the midst of it, you
right.
know, so it's like it's so weird how people perceive suicide.
And I say, you know, like I'm one of the people like, okay, if you're gonna do it, that's one thing, but it's another thing if somebody's like asking for attention and they're asking for help, you know
right.
what I'm saying? So I'm one of the people, if you every day I'm gonna kill myself, but then you go like a cat video and then 3 minutes later I want to kill myself, I'm gonna turn around and be like, I put $15 on that you won't kill yourself right now. Okay, because if you say you're gonna kill yourself, then go like a cat video and then want to kill yourself again, you ain't for real.
We're gonna start gambling on your life,
right?
It's gonna be like fucking...
I will play the crisscross jump and I will be your motivator. Let me see you do it. Put 10 on it.
Give me that money.
Right. And you start betting people. They'll start, no, all right, shut the fuck up about it then.
Yeah, you're not real. Get out of here.
I mean, like I quit therapy to do comedy.
Yeah, that makes sense. I
was just like, man, you know, at one point in time I was like, I was trying to turn around and start quitting a lot of things. It was kind of like, okay, you know what? I ain't been to therapy in a long time. Let me go. And I was like, damn, this shit expensive.
Yeah.
And then I met this guy. He was just like, opening up a comedy club. And I was just like, so you need some work? I'm an electrician. I was just like, shit. Hey, man, listen. What happened is I'm done. You know. No, I'm going to get on stage. And I'm going to turn around and tell these jokes. And then if I say I want to kill somebody, they're not over here writing it down. Show me what you're writing on a piece of paper, bitch. Show me. I'm paying for it.
Right, exactly. That's mine.
All right, don't even worry about it.
Yeah. That's fine. I never even thought about that. Yeah, they write that shit down, but then don't tell you. Like, I'm paying. Like, that is my fucking piece of paper.
And you know, it was crazy is that after the pandemic, I got one of those, we miss you, come back. Bitch.
From your therapist. I hope your life is still so shitty that you need me. Please come back.
Actually, I was going to send you an invitation, okay, to come see a show. That way you can know, listen, I know that lady had to be like, oh my God, come back and I don't have nobody. Like I was telling people, we had this one guy. I didn't believe it. We were fact checking the lies he was telling us. And it turns out he was for real. Like, you know what, lady? I'm paying you, and you over here on the cool. You over here doing the whole study on me. You know, this is the psychoanalyst of a mentally disturbed / autistic, artistic, stupid, smart individual with a white girl's name.
With a white girl. She's just roasting you on her fucking notepad.
You know what? Go ahead, keep on writing. And I was just like, I thought that was funny. Like, come come back. We miss you.
We miss you.
I don't miss you.
Right. I don't miss that bill every fucking week.
Now I'm kind of like, you know what? Is the first 3 sessions free?
Right.
I go back for the first 3. And then after that, I ain't going to renew the subscription.
Right. But see, I feel like that would kill the comedy, though. You know, because it's like, oh, man, I got all these problems. Like, help me solve these problems. And it's like, then you got nothing left to talk about, you know, like on stage.
Actually, you have sometimes more stuff to talk about.
Do you?
I mean, hell, I used to turn around like, literally, like when I was going to kill myself that one time. I was like, you know what? I seen Harold at game day. He used to come to our mics over there.
Okay.
And I said, man, I'm going to come to your shop and go to therapy on your couch because it reminded me of my old therapy couch. And I went in there one day, seriously, like I was broke down crying and everything. A room full of comics from Austin looking at me all crazy. And I was just like, I feel a whole lot better. And they're looking at me. I was laying down on the couch with the mic too, like, for real, this is bullshit. I ain't got no holes. I ain't got nothing. And they're like, man, that is absolutely funny. I'm like, well, I'm glad that my pain can make you laugh.
Exactly, yeah.
I was contemplating going back to jail, too. I couldn't even go back to jail. I had a theme song and everything.
Who the fuck has a theme song to go back to jail?
Me.
Me.
Like, I'm going back to county.
I'm
going back to county. They won't lock me up. You had to be a violent offender, so I got to slap a bitch to go to jail. I ain't violent no more, man. Like, I don't like to fight. I don't like to fight with myself. It's no point.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? I've seen too much of it. That's why I like, you know what? Let's make people laugh instead.
Yeah, and a totally different feeling.
Like I was saying the other day, we was doing the show for Connor over at Club Energy. I told everybody, this shit could go from here to here real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, both of us, we came from a place where if we have to, that we get like that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather make people laugh than make people bleed.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like to hurt nobody. I'd rather help heal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you know, I don't know nobody that's gonna come up, hey man, you remember that one time you made me laugh?
Right, yeah. No one kills the funny guy.
Right. And if they do, well, you go to jail, it ain't gonna be nothing funny for you, man.
Exactly. Wait, you killed Courtney? It's not gonna work out for them in county.
It's gonna sound bad too. That's the white girl? No, the black dude. Oh,
the black dude.
Dewayne. Oh, the retarded nigga. The retarded nigga.
The retarded one. He's about that tall. He screams all the time.
Oh God.
When we were at that funeral and we fucking heard you say, "Oh God," I legitimately laughed out loud.
Y'all see me I was capable of raising my hand, looking back at y'all like, y'all see that?
No.
That could have been me up there. We got the same birthday.
He said that too about Connor. He said, I didn't realize that we had something in common.
And his birthday is April 27th. Mine's May 27th. I was like, really?
So what the fuck do you...
That's not nothing in common. It's the same, the 27th.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel like that was the another sign from the universe. You know what? Because I actually am ordained.
Oh, really?
I can marry people for real.
Okay.
And I did not know.
But you never been married.
Hell no. I got commitment issues. I told you. So I'm thinking to myself, I was going back looking over my deal. You know, after I looked over the online deal, I can actually officiate funerals too.
Oh, really?
I was just like, ain't this some shit?
Ain't that about a bitch?
Okay, you know what? I got you, homie. You've been showing me stuff since, and I'm just like, all right, that was a sign for me. So
yeah.
I told the pastor, like, you know, we got the same birthday. And I told him, I was like, man, I actually got this number. He's going to sit down one day and talk with me because I'm going to run my whole deal past him. Like, this is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm technically a pastor too. Not like you.
Right.
But I'm more like Pastor Cavassier, Pastor Blunt. I'm about profits at my church.
All about the profits.
Yeah.
But I mean, essentially, he did a whole fucking stand-up routine up there too. He's like, so I'm going to do a couple closing statements. And then he's talking about my afro used to be like this. I drank the liquor that would make my liver quiver. Like, what are you doing?
I was up there like, you know what? Let me check this nigga credentials.
I know. I was like, what's this got to do with my dead friend
how long
right
you been
now?
sober?
Right.
Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah. Like, this has nothing to do with Connor right now.
Yeah, man, come on now. And then when I found out, I was just like, he met him twice. So that's why I'm like, let me start letting people know. For real, I might be joking, but I can marry you.
I can
bury you.
I can
marry, bury, and carry.
Except for the fat bitches. I can't.
I carried homie casket the other day.
I know.
Everybody was like, you gonna be able to get it? Man, I'm strong. Okay. I carry a lot more emotional stuff than this. But I was like, yeah, man, it really wasn't that bad, bro. It's kind of like,
Yeah, I wondered how that would be because we're about the same size, and I mean Connor was a big boy. Like that was the largest casket I've ever seen in my life.
And when Marcy was just like, that casket is very wide. Like it is.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's a big one.
I mean, but I'll say, in hindsight, at the end of the day, it wasn't really that bad because y'all gotta forget they drain them.
Right, that's true.
I mean, it's just the outside, the inside hollow. Filled with embalming fluid. Some people smoke it. And they call it wet. For real. And other people turn around, and get their blood taken out and get embalmed, and then there it is. Like, it's not that bad.
They're hollow on the inside. Oh, fuck. See, D1.
For real. That's just...
This is the so for you guys listening, I forgot that we were even recording this. Honestly, like I'm not joking. I have so much fun just having conversations with you because I never know what the fuck you're gonna say, and we have these questions here, and we have to do a question, because it's just part of what we do here, right. On Life is Cooler, and I'm excited to see whatever question it is, how the fuck you answer it, because it is. I never know. I never fucking know. So we're just gonna dive. I'm gonna let you pick the question. I'm gonna
like bingo deal.
Yeah. Like don't read them all.
I ain't read nothing. I can't see.
Put your glasses on. What the fuck are you doing?
I don't even wear them for nothing. So what the hell is this say?
Yeah, you better put them on then, buddy.
Has doing comedy taught you anything? Outside of comedy. Hell yeah, comedy has taught me a lot. It has taught me that, whatever the situation is, it can be laughed about.
Yeah.
No matter what it is. If you can live the next day through it, you can laugh about it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's all about the angle you approach stuff with. I approach everything with one angle, the triangle.
Okay.
Because if you ain't trying, ultimately, you just dying.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Back in the day, like it started off as a joke. You know what I'm saying? But then really, I was like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because trying, as long as you're trying, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's, you got obtuse, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Acute,
perpendicular, all them angles. But all them trying.
Yeah, you're always trying.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you quit trying, there's no more lines to connect.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? You can be a square all day long. You can be a circle, so you can go around. But a triangle, that's a bit pyramids. They got stuff like that. Real talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you turn around, you got people who turn around and stole all these people money. What they have? Ponzi schemes, triangle deals, the food chain, triangle.
So, everything in life essentially is a triangle. Unless it's a circle.
Right. When I was in band, that's what I wanted to play, the triangle. There you go. That or the cowbell.
Man, that's why I love these questions, because you never know. Like comedy, I'll answer the question as well. Comedy has taught me something recently, right? Because we're constantly learning,
We learn something every day.
Every day. And something that comedy has taught me very, very recently is that you have to learn to deal with people you don't like. And
facts.
That sounds really shitty, but in this game, I've realized there are a lot of people who are very selfish, very self-centered, and they are not in it for the right reasons. But that doesn't mean that you have to say no to opportunity, and that, you still have that right to do so, and I have. Uh-huh. But also, it's just like when you go to work, because that's what we're doing. We're working, and sometimes you have to work with shitty coworkers, and it's been very hard because I'm very, like, if I don't like you, I want nothing to do with you, so like I've really had to learn to kind of be around people that I don't get along with, and so it's kind of taught me patience and triangles.
That, and it's also taught me to hone your inner retardedness. Everybody's like, you know what? If I really don't like somebody and I have to work with them, you'll see me turn around and I'll start doing different voices.
Yeah.
And that's me putting on the different faces like, okay, that's what's up.
Yep. I've heard you do that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I do sometimes, like, I got characters I do.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, sometimes if I'm talking to somebody and it's just like, they're not rubbing me the right way like that.
Yeah.
I throw on the different character and they be like, well, I mean, I feel like, you know what? I don't like you.
Yeah.
This other person who's on to me, that's character, they'll deal with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the way I see it. Just kind of like, as soon as you're gone, like, thank God we clocked out. I can't stand that motherfucker. You get on my nerves. You stupid, ugly, and you dumb. Bye. Thank you. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Stupid bitch.
Yeah, no, for sure. Exactly. But and that's how it is, because it's like when you're up there, like, it's not like professionalism, like put a tie on, but it's like it's a different form of professionalism, So you do have to act accordingly.
You gotta smile through it. Like the other day, for his kind of reunion show or whatever, I was in the building with somebody who turned around and has put their hands on me, assaulted me. Okay, and I ain't gonna put all the business out there like that, but yeah. I'm just like, dude, we all in the same building for one reason right now.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like you. You don't really like me. Okay, but you wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn around and I'm going to let it go because this is for my friend. I ain't never watched Frozen, but I'm going to let it go.
Right.
They're like, Dewayne, be the bigger person. I'm already short.
Right.
Charge it to the game. My credit's bad. But I'm going to... And I hit him with the same stuff. How you doing? You have a blessed day.
Right. Yep. Absolutely. And you have to, because especially like with that, benefit show for Connor, it is not worth, because it's not about you. It's not about him. It's about Connor. And if something happens, that makes it about you. So sometimes
I'm not a selfish person. I'll share anything with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'll share anything with anybody. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Misery loves company.
For sure.
I ain't trying to keep nobody company.
Yeah. No way. Yeah. I'm trying to be on the up and up all the time, and you always have those people that try and ride with you, but there's a difference. You can tell those people who are riding with you for you and the people who are trying to just hold on to the back.
Right. And like I say, man, it's comedy is powerful. Comedy is powerful, like people ask me, you can't laugh about this, you can't laugh about that. Why not?
Yeah, why?
Why not?
Show me the rule book.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Somebody was just like, okay, so scenario say, let me give you like this. And I was just like, me? If that was the case, I'd turn around, I'd still make it funny.
Exactly.
And they were just like, well, I bet you can't turn around and make this funny. And I was just like, okay, so, I mean, I don't know. But this person was saying this situation you could make funny. So they're trying to say, if you went to jail and then you got raped and then you turn around, you could make that funny. If I seen the dude turn around and do it outside the job, I'd be like, oh, hey, you got next.
Right.
Hey, what's up, homie? He ain't gay, but hey, man, your wife, they used to hold me down, and he'd be like, he ain't gay, but he'd be like, let me get next. And they be like, something wrong with you.
Yeah.
You ain't right. No, I know I'm not right, but also, like I said, you can always make anything funny.
Exactly. I may not always be right, but I'll always be me, and I will always find a way.
Once you turn around, it's like pain. It's like rain. You know what I'm saying? Once it stops, the sun gonna come back out again.
Absolutely. Yeah. No matter what you're going through, it's always gonna fucking turn around.
Turn around, it's Texas. It might rain across the street and be dry on this side.
Right.
But what you gonna do?
Exactly.
It's that rainbow.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, you're gonna deal with the shit that you got right now and figure out how to fucking adapt. And that is what, through comedy, you're just adapting. You're making whatever scenario benefit yourself and those around you.
And it's kind of like, okay, well, when the rainbow come out, you know what you do? You look at them and you get you a bag of Skittles. You just don't be in Florida with a hoodie on. Because used to live in Sanford too.
Oh yeah. I grew up in Florida. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
I used to work in that same apartment complex.
We're gonna get down there. We're gonna get down to Orlando. And we're gonna do some shows.
Bro, when you go down there, let me know. I got a whole that's where I started comedy at.
Yeah.
That's where I started comedy at, man. Like I love it. I was supposed to be leaving last year. I'm leaving. Chris is taking me to the airport and everything.
Is Chris gonna throw you a going away party?
I'm not going nowhere.
Oh.
I was trying to. I was trying to last year, man. I was leaving. I bought me a ticket and everything.
Yeah.
Like when people tell you go to hell, I'd be like, cool. Book your ticket through Spirit. Book your ticket through Spirit. I'm telling you, you'll make it right on time.
No shit. It'll feel like hell the whole time you get there.
Or getting your money back when they cancel your flight. That's what happened.
Fuck. They never canceled my flight. They just delay that shit by like 4 hours after I'm on the plane. Those pieces of shit.
I was like, you know what? something's ghetto about this company. How you gotta have a WhatsApp to turn around and talk to somebody? You can't talk to a real person. I gotta talk to Edison. Edison, fuck you, Edison. Edison replies back, well, we'll get back with you in 1 second. Anything else I can help you with? A real human.
Yeah, they're there in spirit. That's what they're named after.
You know what? Go kill yourself and come back as a ghost. And ghost write this.
Ghost write. Oh man, honestly, man, it's so much fun having you on here. I think we're right at about our hour cap. But thank you so much for being on here. Like, this is so much fun.
Thank you for having me. I mean, like I enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. And motherfuckers, if you're out there, stop sleeping on D1. D1's funny as fuck. He knows how to perform. He's like, get him on your podcast, get him on your shows, because he is the real deal.
If you're going to sleep on me, hit the snooze button. I have bacon when I wake up.
Treat me right.
I snore.
But he's got his socials. Do you got your YouTube up yet?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
So now that I got my phone back, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna keep you honest. So he did get his Instagram back. When I first met him, I was like, "You got Instagram?" Nah, I don't do that shit. So he's got his Instagram back. He's got his Facebook. I'm going to put all of that shit down at the bottom because you got to go check this dude out because he's funny as fuck. You never know. Is it going to be D1? Is it going to be fucking Odd Todd? Is it going to be...
The pastor has his own page coming on my Facebook too.
Okay, cool. So hit me with that link so then that way I can put all of that stuff down there because you guys, for real, D1 is one of the coolest and just down-to-earth guys that I've met in Texas. And I've met a lot of real fucking... weird people in Texas, and D1 is one of them. But he's a cool kind of weird, you know. He's not full retard, you know. So like, I really
trans retard.
Yeah, what was that joke that you had?
That Diesel said that shit one
day.
Oh,
that's right.
He like Dewayne's like a trans retard. I said, I appreciate that, man. Transitioning to normal.
Okay, I thought you were going the other way.
Nah.
So he's super awesome. So go check him out. And man, I really appreciate you being on here.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Of course, buddy. So on God. So thank you for watching Life is Cooler with AC. Again, I'm Alex Cunningham, and this is D1.
These beers ain't bad either.